our keynote speaker, Ron Husband. Ron Husband, a 38-year veteran of the Walt Disney Company, retired as a character artist from the Walt Disney Consumer Products Division. Ron joined Walt Disney Feature Animation in 1975 as an animation trainee and worked for 30 years in that department. He holds the distinction of being the first African-American animator and the first African-American supervising animator for Walt Disney Studios. An alumnus of UNLV, Ron received his Bachelor of Art degree in art in 1973. He has taught animation, character design, and figure drawing. He has conducted workshops, lectured, and was a featured speaker at many institutions in the US and worldwide. He is an author and book illustrator and has been celebrated with numerous awards, including induction into our very own UNLV College of Fine Arts Hall of Fame in April 2019. And in February 2023, just a few short months ago, Ron was recognized by the California State Legislature with an Unsung Hero Award because of his substantial, selfless contributions to his community and the positive impact he has made on others by being an example of perseverance and persistence, teaching students what it means to imagine more in their lives. It is my greatest pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Ron Husband. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. Indeed, that's you. Thank you very much for that fine introduction. Wow, I'd like to have you at my funeral ceremony. I was in the airport, Acton Airport, waiting for my flight out. I got a text message from Glenn King. Name may not sound familiar, but if I say you've ever seen Beauty and the Beast, then Glenn designed and was the lead animator on Beast. Seen Kobe Bryant's Dear Basketball. Anybody basketball fans? Dear Basketball. Well, Glenn received the Academy Award for animating Kobe Bryant's Dear Basketball. He gave me a call. I think he texted me as I was waiting in the airport, and I asked me, as people call me, close friends of mine. What are you doing? In the airport, I'm going up to UNLV to be the keynote speaker up there. And this is Glenn's exact words. I want to get this right. Glenn said, present you as simply an artist like they are. Excuse me, go back up. I want to present you as simply an artist like those you are addressing. You are one of them. I'm one of you. A UNLV artist. I'm addressing teachers who have taught, families and friends who have encouraged, and the parents who have supported and shown unconditional love to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Fine Arts graduating class of 2023. And I want to say a word about the parents. You got some parents out there. Parents, raise your hand. This is the parents. I can sympathize with you. My old son Mike went to Howard University. From there, he went to University of Chicago to get his master's degree, and back to Howard as a teacher. My son Jay went to Morehouse, and he went. He's head of a toy company, Light Up Toys. Go to any theme parks, you'll find kids running around with Light Up. Well, he designs and key animator of the art department there. My daughter Melissa went to Spelman. She went to University of Oklahoma, got her master's degree, and she's executive at the company she works for. So I know of parents who have dipped into and depleted their savings and gone to their 401 accounts, taken out loans, skipped much needed vacations, and put a few more miles on the car just to get you where you are today. Let's give it up for the parents. Class of 2023, I say congratulations to you all. You have completed this milestone in your young lives to prepare yourselves for what comes next outside this campus and have made your teachers, family, and your loved ones proud of your accomplishments. You have not only taken home a diploma, but memories of your UNLV experiences that will remain with you for a lifetime. Teachers that you liked and didn't like. Friendships that will last forever. Disciplines learned and practiced. Leading up to these graduation days, dressed in cap and gown, across the stage, shaking hands with officials, receive your diploma, and cheers from family and friends, move your tassel from one side to another, through your caps in the air in high jubilation, culminating in this closure and intimacy of this College of Fine Arts ceremony. 40 years ago, I did not participate in my graduation ceremony. I was so eager to get into the job market that after my last class final, I went home. Starting Monday morning, I was going on job interviews and filling out job applications. I filled out so many applications, I knew my social security number and driver's license number, my driver's license registration number by heart. Even my early start, it would take months before I was offered a job. Not my dream job, but certainly a job that was a building block towards a path to my career. On the flip side, I do have some positive memories. Living on campus at Tonopah Hall, sitting in class with teaching legend Rita Abbey, I learned how to manage time here. My senior year while playing football, I took 18 units that fall, 19 units that spring, worked as a cartoonist for the school newspaper, Yale, and modeled for the art and photography classes. I played the first football home game in the then new Sam Boyd Stadium in 1972 and sat in the stands for that last game played there. And I married my wife of 52 years, Levon, while a student here at the Las Vegas courthouse. I'm sure you have a list of your own that you can rattle off one day, but this is what I came to share in hopes of giving each of you a bit of encouragement that will lead you into the next chapter of your lives. My journey in the world of visual arts spans over 65 years. Every step of the journey has contributed to my success, my character, and who I am today. It's a common mistake to look at someone's career from the outside and assume from its apparent success that it was a path paved with ease and direction from the beginning. As often the case, end success comes from years and years, and even decades of difficulties and the kind of crushing, grinding life lessons that turn a grain of sand into a perfect pearl. My art career, like my life, is a result of overcoming obstacles going all the way back to childhood. I was the youngest of 4 boys, raised by a single mother who were poor, lived in Monrovia, California. From my birth to my graduation from high school, we lived in 15 different houses. We put the P in poor. My art education was afforded to me as a result of being awarded a football scholarship from this university. But even from my earliest years, I don't think anyone could have predicted how my life would turn out. I was a kid that got cut from the Little League baseball team I tried out for. In middle school, the coach would not even put me into a flag football game. I got kicked out of art class in high school. As a young animation trainee, I was told by management that I would never animate at Disney. And after being promoted to an animator, that I would never amount to anything other than working on proud scenes and incidental characters. If I had given up because I was told no, or failed to believe in myself because someone else didn't, I would not have been invited to speak to you this afternoon and wouldn't have experienced the great achievements and successes in my life and career if I would have let first-time failure become my lasting legacy. I challenge you, graduating class of 2023, to refuse to take no for an answer when it comes to your goals, dreams, passions, and purpose in life. If you let someone tell you you cannot achieve the dream because of your socioeconomic background, the color of your skin, or any other circumstance, you're settling for less. Don't be surprised or discouraged if your first job or jobs are not in the field you spent the last 4 years or longer studying for. My first job out of college was in draft. For weeks, I had multiple applications out, and by midweek, I was offered a job as a technical illustrator, which I thought sounded better. I took it only to find myself with a T-square and a triangle drawing block diagrams and flow charts. Not my idea of a dream job, but again, stepping stones en route to the path where I was supposed to be. And I didn't get discouraged or give up. If you give up every time someone rejects your application, gives you a failing grade, sends back your portfolio with a letter that begins, "We regret to inform you," or worse yet, get criticized by a loved one, you're forfeiting the kind of hard knocks that are the foundations of greatness. These hard knocks are commonly known as obstacles. Obstacles in life will come, whether they be mental, physical, spiritual, or financial, you name it, they will and can be a part of your life journey to success. You can be overcome by obstacles by making excuses. Excuses of giving up, it's too hard, it's taking too long, or you can take obstacles on and overcome them. You're most likely asking, how do I overcome obstacles that seemingly block my path? Number one, have a plan. Figure out how to overcome the situation. 2, aggressively carry out the plan you have outlined. And 3, with confidence, carry out the plan based on what you know to be true. The story of a teenage shepherd boy, David, and Goliath, a 9'9" giant, illustrates this point. The story is so familiar it's become a cliche, something small overcoming something large. But a closer look reveals fundamental insights pertinent to the purpose of his journey. Goliath was an obstacle in David and his nation's path. David's plan was to take on the giant with his weapon, a slingshot and a rock. Aggressively, David carried out his plan. He ran towards Goliath. The story lets us in on the secret of his confidence. Earlier in the story, he killed a lion and a bear on 2 separate occasions to attack his father's herd of sheep. This experience with smaller successes paved the way for his larger success with the giant. You know the outcome. David overcame his obstacle and thus laid the foundation of his greatness. This young teen went on to become a king, author of many songs in the scripture, and the genealogy of the Messiah. A further challenge to you, class of 2023, is to develop your uniqueness. What makes you, you? If you haven't already begun to do so, discover what your unique quality is and develop it. Ask yourself the following questions. What do I bring to the table? What do I uniquely contribute to any discussion? What ingredient am I going to add to the campus or job environment that I will find myself in the next few days, months, or years? What ideas can I contribute to the workforce? You want to prepare yourself to leave a job interview with the interviewer thinking, if I don't hire this individual, I'm making a big mistake. I was hired by the Walt Disney Studios in 1975, not because I knew anything about animation. I knew nothing about animation. The reason I was hired was because I could sketch. The rest I had to learn on the job. My original goal in life was to become a commercial artist doing book and magazine illustrations. And my portfolio created here at UNLV reflected that. As I stated earlier, my job at the time was drawing block diagrams and flow charts. I wanted to do something more creative. I said to myself, if you want to do something creative, you have to be around creative people. Where can I find creative people? At an art school. So I took a night class at Art Center College of Design. The teacher happened to work at Disney, and he told the class about a training program to teach artists to be animators. In 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was released. Some of the same men who animated on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs were still animating some 40 years later. The studio never had a second team or younger animators to take their place. Animation at Disney was going to disappear with the retirement of these men. Or the studio could take advantage of these veteran 9-0 men, as they were affectionately called, could pass on their experience and knowledge to younger artists in hopes they could learn the craft, keep animation going at the studio. At my formal interview with the studio, I showed the studio my slick commercial samples with a perfectly drawn Pinocchio thrown in, hoping I could persuade them to hire me. Mine was just like 100 other portfolios they had seen. What they wanted to see was movement, action, quick sketches. Thankfully, my high school art teacher encouraged the class to carry a sketchbook. Shortly thereafter, she kicked me out of class. But I took her advice to heart and have been sketching daily to this day. I went home, got 3 of my sketchbooks and dropped them off at the guard gate. As a result, I was accepted into the training program. This unique ability set me apart from the pack. It led to a 38-year career at Disney, various teaching positions, workshops, seminars around the world, and writing my book on quick sketching. So find your unique ability. It will distinguish you from the pack. My final challenge to you is simple, but possibly the most difficult to grasp. That is to be the best you can be in your chosen field. Not like somebody else, not better than somebody else, but strive to be the best you can be. Constantly working harder to get better at your craft. This graduation ceremony will come to an end, but your education will be ongoing. This is but the tip of the iceberg of your learning experience. There will always be more to learn. With deadlines to meet and other life issues at hand, you must take time, as the old saying goes, to sharpen the saw, to stay updated and informed about the latest developments and the trends in your chosen field. Read a book and magazine articles about your chosen field. Continue to study and be inspired by the old masters in painting, drawings, dance, music. Analyze the golden age of illustration. Study the histories of animation and cartooning. Look at design through the ages, product, architecture, appliance, automobile design. Create new things from old and never exhaust your capacity to learn. Your curiosity and hunger for the arts can carry you to new heights in your life and career. Lastly, I leave you with these words. Birds sing, not because they're waiting for the approval of other forest animals or because their mother told them so. The bird sings because there's a song in his heart, and that song has to be sung. University of Nevada, Las Vegas College of Fine Arts graduating class of 2023, I encourage you to find your song. The world is waiting for you to sing your song.